Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Eau de Treasure. This is Steven. Just got this right like 10-15 minutes ago, right before I'm shooting this video. You know this is something special. In this one, you're going to have a discontinued fragrance. You might consider it vintage. It's about 15 years old, so it's somewhat of a modern day, rare, discontinued, highly sought after, highly coveted fragrance. This is from Armani, and this is Armani Attitude. And I'm going to do what I usually do in these videos. Going to open this up. We're going to take a look at the bottle. Going to tell you a little bit about this fragrance. Going to do a smell test and compare it to something else that I have that's similar. Going to tell you how much I paid for it, what it's worth, and we're going to have some fun in this video. So check it out. Kind of under pressure to do this video now because I'm going to work and there's no other time to do it. And the seller, you know, if I don't respond that I got this and checked it out in time, the seller might leave me a negative feedback on the website. We don't want that, so we got to get this done quickly. Let's take a look at the Armani Attitude. So this came in multiple sizes originally. This came out in 2007 by Armani, and I guess it was discontinued maybe 5 years later. Do any of you guys know how long this was on store shelves? Let me know down below in the comments if you have any information about Armani Attitude. It came, of course, in a mini size, a 30 ml, a 50 ml. This here is the 75 ml, and I believe there was a 100 ml, but I don't know if there was anything larger than that. Attitude Eau de Toilette. This is the 75 ml, and there's the batch code UD276. All right, I just looked up this batch code UD276, and this was released October 3rd, 2007. So this is the first year it came out. This is 17 years old. And it's a very interesting bottle. It's pretty cool, this design here. It has like a Zippo-like top. The seller said it had some cracks. It was a little bit cracked. So let's take a look at the condition of this thing. Actually, it looks all right from here. It's on pretty good, but I'm not going to mess with it too much because it's plastic. I don't want to break this thing. It snaps down, and it's all right. It needs a little bit of cleaning. It's a little bit faded on the plastic here. This is glass and this is plastic. All right, it's a little bit cruddy right there. So I'll clean this up a little bit. The box is it's a silver box, the same shape as this, and it has this design on the box. Now the next question is, how full is this? The seller said it's about 90% full, and we know what happens when they say that. If I'm very lucky, it's more than 90% full. So let's see if I'm very lucky here. All right, let's see if we can see through the bottle. Oh, yes, we can. And yeah, it looks like it's close to 90%. Let's turn it to the side and see what it's like on the side. Yeah, I can't complain. That is close to being full. That's about 90% full. Good job, seller. You looked inside the bottle with a light and you could see that it was 90% full. So that was accurate. Now let's do a spray test. Now I'm on my way out. I already sprayed some stuff on, but this hand is clean. So I'm going to pull the sleeve back so I have more skin to test here. And I'm going to give myself a spray of this and see how it is. Now, I have this already. I have a couple of these. I have maybe 5 or 6 of these that I've bought in the past before I started making this channel. But I haven't seen this in a while, maybe a few years. So this was my recent chance to get this, and I jumped on it. I'll tell you how I got this in a second. Let me give a whiff of this and tell you. Wow, that was weird. As soon as I smelled it, I thought of aventus. I guess I got hit with ambroxan and that the lemon or the citrus that's in this. So I'll give you some information on this one. This was produced by 3 really top perfumers: Alberto Marias, Annick Menardo, and Olivier Cresp. Armani Attitude EDT has notes of coffee and Sicilian lemon, lavender and cardamom, and patchouli, amber, opopanax, and Chinese cedar. Right in the opening, what I get is that combination of lemon and coffee, which sounds like a clash, but it's pretty smooth. In fact, it also reminds me of the Givenchy Very Irresistible for Men, because that is a kind of a coffee, nutty, and citrus fragrance as well. Maybe they were kind of copying that, because I believe that came out in 2005, a few years before this came out. Nobody mentions that, but I bet you they're related. It's really weird. I keep thinking about Creed Aventus, or I keep thinking about the Armani Club de Nuit Intense Man EDT, because I smell a citrus, a lemon, mixed with a richer note. In this case, it's coffee. With the Creed Aventus, I guess that the darker note is more of the woody note, but I can't help but have some kind of a, like my mind is reminded of that when I smell this in the opening. Now, after a few minutes, the citrus is kind of fading away, and you can sense the coffee note in this. Yeah, this is really nice. I guess you can consider this a gourmand fragrance, because it is kind of an edible smell in the coffee. Is it chocolatey? Very slightly chocolatey and coffee. Fragrantica lists this as a warm, spicy, and woody fragrance. I don't think this is really warm and spicy. It's warm, but I wouldn't even consider this a spicy fragrance. I would just say that this is like a warm, woody, gourmand type fragrance. There is an extreme version, and that one looks just like this but has a black top, and I don't have that with me. I might have bought a small one of those back in the day, maybe a 30 ml. Now, what I have to compare this, as some of you guys might know who watch the channel, I have the Dua clone. I have Dua's Attitude. And I'm going to try this one. So I sprayed this one here, and I'm going to spray the Dua on my arm up here. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this one. I don't think this one is really that great as a standalone fragrance. It's kind of weird. It has this weird smell. I can smell like the perfumer's alcohol or something that reminds me of hairspray. But I'm going to give it a minute here. I'm going to let it dry down, and then I'm going to give it a smell test on skin right here and tell you how close it comes to Armani Attitude, at least just in the few minutes I have here before I have to run off to work. All right, guys, I'm back. It's been about 10 minutes. I let these dry down, and I've smelled them, and I'll just tell you what I think off the bat. The performance is not that great with this. I read a lot of the comments on Fragrantica before shooting the video. I also wore this years ago when I first bought it. The smell is fantastic. It's a beautiful scent, but people aren't buying this for powerful, strong performance. This is average. This is a 4-hour fragrance, if that. There were a few comments that said that the sillage and the projection was fantastic, but I would just say 8 out of 10 of the comments were like, it's just an average performer. As far as the scent goes with the comparison with the Dua, this is not, I just don't think this is a great clone. I think it's okay. Does this clone do what this does? I would say this is like 65, maybe 70% the same, which is weird. I don't know if it's this bottle. I got this bottle over 3 months ago. The juice has turned a little bit darker yellow, and this has had plenty of time to mature in the bottle. It's not a year, but it is over 3 months. So I guess this is what it's supposed to smell like. It doesn't smell the same as this. Is it in the ballpark? Yeah, it's in the ballpark. You do get a little bit of that coffee nuance in here, but this is just so much better than this. So, which is weird, because in the comments on Fragrantica, I saw 2 or 3 comments mentioning this clone, and they all said it was good. I don't think it's good. Now that I'm doing a skin-to-skin comparison, I wouldn't go spending money on this expecting it to be the same as this. If you want to give it a shot, this one is not expensive. This one, when you get the discount on Dua, you're going to pay somewhere around $22, $23 for it. With all the shipping and everything, it might be like 26, 27, or 28 bucks for this. And this is just one that I don't think is great. I have to be totally honest with you. This one, as much as I like it, as I'm smelling it, it's faded a lot. And I'll smell it right now. Yeah, it's still there. There's a light citrus lemon is there. The light coffee is there. It's just not really a strong scent. I do like the Givenchy Very Irresistible for Men kind of better than this one, because I like that hazelnut scent that one has. But I can't believe the prices that people are paying for this one. I just looked on eBay to see what these are going for. Like a new one, a 75 ml sealed, is $300. The big ones are like $4.50. I can't believe it. And I saw a comp just like this, a comparable sale that was sold in the past few months. A 75 ml bottle that's 95% full, $276. And the minis, the little 5 ml minis, $60. $60 for that. I see those every day. And they're like 20 or 30 bucks. What did I get this one for? Mercari Japan added a new feature. Usually it's a buy it now feature, but now they have a auction, a bidding feature. So this came up for bids. Then immediately somebody put in a 5,000 bid. So with like a few hours left, I put in a bid of 5,100 yen, and it was the top bid. And I was watching it go to the last minute, and I thought to myself, if somebody else bids on it, I don't care. I was just putting the 5,100 in just to see what happens, and it closed. I got this for 5,100 yen. Nobody bid at the last minute. $34 and change is what I paid for this. How do you think I did, guys? 34 and change? Let me know in the comments, what do you think of Armani Attitude? Do you have this one? Do you remember this one? Do you have any experience with this? Do you have the extreme version of this? Do you have the Dua Attitude, and do you like it? Do you think it smells like Armani Attitude? Did you like the video, guys? Give me a thumbs up if you did. I really appreciate that. And subscribe if you haven't already. I usually talk about discontinued, vintage, rare, and interesting fragrances. I think this hits the mark for all of them. Maybe it's not vintage, but it is a modern-day masterpiece, isn't it? Stay tuned for more videos coming up. The next video will be here in a few days. So until then, take care.